So I'm at the Four Peaks. They changed the name. It's now a holiday extravaganza. And I'm with Cassie. So we're going to have some fun tonight, guys. Hey guys, so as I said, Four Peaks changed this from a Krampus market to just a holiday market. They had over 40 vendors there that were in the parking lot, and this is like their corporate center where they do all their bottling and their manufacturing. So they do have a tap house at this location as well, and they had the tap house that was indoors, as well as a couple of the like little areas where you could still get some of their brews out in the parking lot. So you didn't have to necessarily go inside, or if it was too busy inside or out, you can go to the other. They had 2 food trucks there as well, and I thought it was a lot of fun. But I hope this kind of gives you some insight. This was the first ever holiday market that Four Peaks put on, and I honestly hope that things change next year, that they will do the Krampus market, and I hope that things are different in a good way. They seem to have gotten a lot of feedback, and they kind of didn't think that it would be as big of a hit as it actually was. And for it being a first time that they did this holiday market, I thought it was a pretty good hit, big hit for it being their first venture. But Four Peaks is one of the big name brands out here in Arizona and the Phoenix area, so I think that helped as well. It is in a college town, so of course there was a lot of college age kids there, and there's a wide age variety there. They had games there for kids to play as well, so it wasn't just for the adults. It was a nice little event. So I hope that you guys, if they have this again next year, I hope you guys come out and see it. Enjoy this video, guys. Thanks.
It's gotta be in there.
Check. And here's the vendors and some food and Peaks Brewery.
That's a good idea. So what is the old school?
Traveling kitchen. Cheers, guys. We're so inside.
Like Murphy.
What? Where you located? So I do online. I have an Etsy, and then I also have my Instagram. So my cards are here. They have both of your We're local.
Okay.
What was your name? Cassie. Cassie. Everything's over with, but I had a
Noble root herb. That ass. I have to say that ass. I tried that. Very good.
Excellent. Would you like to do cars, cash?
That's what I do.
It's good. Learn things, guys. Yeah, no, I emailed you. Gosh, I don't remember where we met, but I emailed you.
Hell yeah, this is some bullshit.
How are you doing?
And X-Files.
I was like, this is so you.
Ghost hunters do it in the dark. Tits are cool. Cancer. Fuck cancer. Hell yeah. Alright, mystery box.
A little bit of a huge fan.
Kitties get my attention. And otters.
But he will not watch any of Disney-based movies. That's cool.
The 3 for 30 is on.
Luxury ladies.
I can't help but celebrate every single sale.
This leather candle company, and I was obsessed.
Yeah. Yeah,
Trying to chase that dragon.
this to me smells like a dirty child.
Alright, this place is badass. Absolutely badass.
I fended off all of the would-be
Kitties.
Yes. Get back.
Damn. Build your size armor. Damn.
Hey guys, Exploring with Chelsea. So for those of you who don't know, Krampus is a horned figure that is of European descent to scare children into behaving and start acting good so that Santa will come and bring them gifts. It is folklore. Whether people believe it or not is up to the discretionary of the individual or individuals. It's how I was brought up in a sort of sense on learning about it was, and I wouldn't say I learned about it in school, it was just from other people that I learned about it. And it was more of, like I said, to scare people, to scare the children in particular into behaving. And it was just more of a, not necessarily a good thing, but not a bad thing at the same time. It was just, again, this is how I was told, that it was to get the children, parents wanted their children to behave, so that they brought this Krampus in and scared their children into behaving. And whether or not it worked, I don't know. For these children that I knew, I honestly don't know if it worked for them or not. I think it just depends on how the kids that I knew of it from were behaving and how much their parents enforced it. So it's how I was told was not necessarily a bad thing. It was just to help get their kids to stop being bad, stop misbehaving. So I hope this kind of gives you a little bit of an insight on what Krampus is, and if anybody believes or was told or knows differently than how I explained it, please feel free to let me know. But that's how I was told, that's how I kind of read it as well recently, so I can be informed. So I hope this helps. So this event that Four Peaks put on wasn't that bad of a hit. I think it was pretty big considering that it was their first holiday event. I didn't even show you all the vendors that were there. I showed you a handful of them that were there. They had 2 tattoo shops that were there as well that were doing flash tattoos, and both had a lot of great artists there. They had like, I want to say one of them had 2 or 3 artists there, and then the other one had 3 or 4 artists there. And it was actually, their work was really good. It was a minimum of, for the first one that we ran across, it was $100 per tattoo, and I can't remember, I think it was 90% of the proceeds went to a shelter to help the youth that were not in good situations, that were in trafficking and horrible situations, so that they were giving back the money to the community, which I think was great, considering that they didn't necessarily have to do that. That they wanted the money to go back to the community. That, in my opinion, was awesome. There was one of the vendors that I really liked, that I bought product from, was Ghost Town Jerky. They had jerky and pretzels, and it's veteran owned, and they're here local in the valley, here in the Phoenix area. And they had great food. Like I said, the jerky and the pretzels were awesome. They had I got one jerky, and I got the teriyaki jerky, and then I got the kick and queso pretzels, which had a little bit of a kick to it, just a little bit, but it was still really tasty. They had ghost pepper flavor. They had a cayenne, the habanero hot sauce, or habanero pretzels as well. So they had a lot of good stuff, and they let you sample it when we went to this event as well. It was a lot of fun. I had a blast. Got to talk to a bunch of people, the vendors and stuff. Cass actually ran into a friend of hers who was a vendor there, and we got to talk, and it was a lot of fun. Got to have one of my favorite brews, which is the Four Peaks Peach, that I haven't had in a while, and I just love it. I love Four Peaks. It is a college town where they're located, but I love Four Peaks. It's one of the biggest breweries that I know of here in the valley, and they're awesome. We've got several in the valley, but this is one of my favorite big name breweries. I have small breweries the micro breweries that I go to that I really like, but Four Peaks is a bit of a drive, and I can go to here's Fry's or even Walmart and get my Four Peaks brews from them, but it's, in my opinion, different if I go out to Tempe and get it, but I don't always have the time to go out there because it's a bit of a drive and it's out of the way. But I hope this gives you an idea of what they did the other night, and I hope that they continue doing this in the future. I thought it was a big hit for their first event of this source, and I hope that they continue. We'll see. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hang out for more adventures. And hang out, guys. Thanks. I forgot to mention that this video, even though it is done in December and it's after the trip that I went on with Kathleen and Adeline, it's coming out before that trip, that series. That's going to be a 5-part series, and it's because it's a holiday one. So don't forget to like and subscribe to see those adventures. That's going to be a 5-part series, and I hope you guys like it. But until then, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas or a Happy Holidays, however you celebrate this. And if it's a hard time for you, I understand. I've been there. I've lost a loved one. I've lost my mother. It's not easy. Grief is still there. Holidays are still difficult no matter what. You aren't alone, and there's always people around that love you. So please do not ever think that you're not loved. You are loved, and you are important. This may be a hard season for you, but with the help of those that you love and trust, you can get through it. Until then, thanks so much. Peace and love. Thanks, guys.